Yo, welcome to DOD45 with my man Art by Tai. That's right. In this episode, guess what? Guess what, my little creatures? We're talking about 50 episodes. 50 episodes of this amazing podcast. So sit back, listen, reminisce, mental montage, you know what I'm saying? You have some giveaways and, you know, maybe you might even get some stuff from speakerface.store, you know what I'm saying? So there's going to be awesome giveaways and awesome audio tidbits of mental nourishment. So have fun. DOD45, let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen. DOD45.
This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Tai of Art by Tai, and with my co-host Adrienne Tayawali'i, we'd normally be having a discussion with a guest that we admire and are inspired by. But today we're celebrating our 50th episode, and while I'll still be setting the 45-minute timer to do a drawing, we're using this episode as a lead-in to Season 5 and to recap Season 4. We'll field some questions from Mr. Dibbs and Sage Francis, and we'll also be giving away some prizes. So stick around, we'll try to make it fun and worth your while. DOD45. Yes, that's right. That's right. We're here, and as AWOL1 said in the intro, it's our 50th episode, which is I don't know if that's a big deal, but it sure feels pretty awesome to have. Do people consider 50 episodes a milestone, Adrienne?
I doubt it.
What would be a milestone? Or what would you consider to be a milestone?
5,000. I don't know.
Holy smokes! 5,000 episodes. Well, anyway, it's just a cool thing. It's what people do, you know. Like they go 25 year. How often do you do high school reunions?
I don't know.
Every 5 years?
I never went to any.
Oh.
There's no reason for me to go.
To a high school reunion? Why?
Why would I go?
Didn't you like anybody?
I didn't have any friends. I mean, I had a couple friends, but they probably wouldn't be there.
Oh.
Why would I go? That would just be awful. I wouldn't remember anybody or their names. And it would make me feel old.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I've never been to one, I don't think. So anyway, yeah, 50 episodes. This is our 50th episode. And it's like the end of Season 4, so we're going to be going into Season 5. But what I want to do for our 50th episode, like a celebration, I want to give away some prizes. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that exciting? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right on. So, yes, we're going to give away some prizes with this episode. So some things we're going to give away. I'm going to give away a case of Hob sauce, a bunch of different hot sauces from Hob sauce. I'm going to give away the 7-inch album that I did for Mr. Dibbs and Brett Fullerton. They were only 300 press, so we're going to give away one of those. I'm going to give away 4 seasons worth of prints. So I'm going to give away all the prints from Season 1. That'll be something you can win. And then all the prints from Season 2.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. All the prints from Season 3.
What would someone do with all this?
No. So only one person. So one person will win all the prints from Season 1 of the drawings that I did during the episodes. So that's only like 10 prints for one, for the Season 1, 10 prints for Season 2. So there'll be 4 different winners in those categories. Giving away a Speaker Face Store shirt. Probably going to be the one with this logo on it from AWOL1. And then a beanie from Brim of the World. This beanie here. I was trying to think of what's the better place to show that at. Maybe right there. And then I haven't secured anything from Strange Famous Records, but I will get something.
And how are you giving those away? Well, I mean, it'll already be known, I guess, through announcing.
I think we'll try to do what we did with the Sage Francis episode, where people can win during the episode, during the live chat. And then I haven't talked to the owner of the Old Blue Gallery, but I was wondering if we could give away like a stay at the Airbnb. Mm-hmm. So we'll give away like a 2-night stay or something?
2 nights.
A 2-night stay at the Old Blue Guest House and Gallery. Well, Old Blue, that's our gallery where we sell the Art by Tai work. But up behind me there is a separate loft that we built an Airbnb up there. So it's attached to the gallery, but it has its own entrance and everything. So yeah, 2-night stay at the Hannibal, Missouri at the Old Blue Gallery. And then
that won't be any old weekend though. We'd have to work it out.
Yeah, we'd have to work.
Winner.
Yeah, we'd have to work that out. Then I figured I'm going to give away 3 of these Raw Series pieces. So got the Ninja Turtles, the Jack Skellington, and this Ghostface Killer piece right here. Okay. So we're going to give those away, 1 for each winner, and then finally going to give away a canvas of my Last Supper painting. So those are all the giveaways, and good luck to everybody. Hopefully you'll all win. And Adrienne's very excited about all of those things. So excited it almost took her breath away.
I'm actually gonna text our daughter to see if she'll bring me that bottle of wine.
Okay, well, so I'll start the timer and I'll start drawing. Well, no, wait. Let me mention one other thing. I just thought of something on the Last Supper canvas that I'll be giving away. So a whole discussion happened over there on Facebook about my Last Supper drawing. Mm-hmm. So over the weekend, there was people just lost their shit. I just posted. I built a new frame for the piece, and so I just posted, "Hey, I made a new frame for the Last Supper piece," and I just showed a picture of the piece, and people just the very first comment on there was from, I don't even know the person's name, but she wrote, this is what she wrote: "Disgusting to take a sacred photo and make it this. #evil."
I looked at that the other morning. I scrolled through some of them, and
that lady got they went half.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
I didn't think so. I
felt really bad for her. She's some old lady.
I know. We can't control what happens over there.
I know. She didn't have to say anything.
No, but people really did. They attacked her. I'm not a big fan of that at all. I'm not,
And everything about Da Vinci's Last Supper is wrong anyway. They wouldn't have been sitting at a table, and they wouldn't have been eating eel. Isn't it eel on the table because they're Jewish, and Jewish people can't eat eel, and he's Jewish.
Well, the wild thing is the Last Supper was not even an actual moment, and when I bring that up, people sort of freak out. I'm not saying based on religion. The actual moment of a Last Supper was any paintings of it are all just interpretations of it. It's not an actual moment.
What I was reading was there was some extremist versions of Judaism going on, and they celebrated with a calendar the Passover, right?
Yes.
A couple days or weeks before regular Passover, so he figured he would be dead by Passover, so he was celebrating that Last Supper as Passover. Is that right? So it did happen, supposedly, but it was just a Passover. It wasn't the last rites supper that prisoners get before they get executed.
It's just
not supper.
Well,
what is it? Last meal, last dinner.
Yeah.
What do they call it in prison before they
your
execute?
last meal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I wasn't trying to really necessarily go down that avenue. It was wild what had happened over there.
Wine delivery.
Well, that's Chardonnay, right?
Yeah.
I think I had
I
some
was
of it.
cooking with it. Thank you.
Nolly, do you want to say
Say
hi
hi.
to everybody?
Nolly, say hi.
I'm going to talk about you in a little bit.
About what?
Oh, just about your trip to Washington, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I think you did have a lot of it.
I only poured some in my glass. I just saw it was there.
I was cooking with it.
Oh, do you need a different one?
No, I'm
Okay.
done with that part.
Okay, so anyway, my point was it was really wild, and I'm not a fan of attacking people. I've never liked that approach.
I forgot to thank her.
Who? Oh, no, you said thanks.
Yeah, it's not
so
nice.
I did want to read this other thing that this guy had wrote, though. Someone else that commented. He said, "Some of you are just so ignorant of the nonsense you're portraying, and you boost and call it your own version of creativity. Respect to other people's religion should be something someone who think they have sense should know about. You're just blaspheming against Jesus Christ, making mockery of the Last Supper, and instead to take correction from people who understand the repercussions of your ignorance, you're here proudly flaunting how ignorant you are. This is so absurd. I pity you." And it's really bizarre to read stuff like that based on a drawing that I did that is of an octopus. And
Not aliens, not demons.
Not aliens, not demons. And I think what happens, and underneath the table,
It's like the smartest invertebrate. Is that correct?
yes, they are. So, yeah, yes. Octopi are incredibly smart. They're adorable.
All right.
But underneath the table that I drew under the table, I'm intrigued by zodiac signs and that. I don't necessarily go with like when someone says like, "Oh, I'm a Cancer, so I'm creative." A lot of people do that. I don't do that at all. But that underneath the table are the creatures that represent all the zodiac signs. So the Cancer, the Libra, and I think those people who have this negative reaction to the Last Supper piece, my Last Supper, it's called Last Supper. It was called Last Sucker.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but only because the suckers on the octopus's arms, they're suckers. But we did a couple of shows and people were freaking out about that being called the Last Sucker. But that's what happens to people. Everyone is so involved that they think it's an attack on them personally. I'm not attacking anyone.
A little slightly off topic, you mentioned Zodiac. I was really impressed with you the other night when you were like, "Oh, that's Orion's belt."
Oh yeah, you didn't know that it was Orion's belt.
And I didn't realize it was an actual belt. I was thinking, when I've heard of that, I was thinking of like the freeway. They call it the belt loop.
The Beltway.
I don't know. I just thought it had something to do with like, trails in the sky.
Yeah, well, is that
Okay, you can go on.
Orion's?
With
yeah.
Last Sucker.
That doesn't matter. It was just quite a surprise. And we were when we were having the gallery opening. I don't want to go down that whole trail, but the reporter saw my Last Supper piece, and she all of a sudden didn't want our newspaper to cover it.
Yeah, I think it was more influence of her husband.
Well, either way, it's so close-minded. And what I was going to say is, I've been dealing with that my whole life with all my artwork. People just, like close-minded individuals, give me side-eye all the time, Since I was a kid, I got treated like, I don't know. But my point was going to be, I'm not religious, so I don't have the baggage of feeling I'm doing a whole Renaissance period body of work.
Out that you were really lucky that you were never worried about what your parents thought of your art.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of humans consider what their parents might think if they see their art, but you were very uninhibited when you were a kid. Well, therefore, you have retained that as an adult.
But I did care what they thought.
Oh, you didn't care.
Sure, I did.
You were gonna create regardless of what they
okay.
thought.
But see, the thing I think where I got the lucky part was that my parents weren't judgmental or didn't come down on me for what I what I was creating.
Well, even if I worried about what my mom would have thought, regardless if I thought she was going to be judgmental about it or not. That was a concern of mine constantly. Oh, that's quieter. So I thought about her reaction, which stopped me from doing certain things. Okay, yeah. Creatively or not.
I was afraid to get whipped by the belt. So I definitely cared about things, or I was worried about things. But I guess I kind of see what you're saying there. Well, and I went way longer than I was. I was allotted myself about 5 minutes into that. Not quite yet, because it hasn't even been 5 minutes.
Apparently, cuttlefish are really, really, really intelligent.
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
they might be. Squid and octopus and cuttlefish are really smart, apparently.
Well, anybody out there, I'm not anti-religious. I never have been. I have a lot of my family and a lot of my very close friends are very much into religion, and it's been their guiding light throughout their whole lives, and I'm real happy for them. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes when those things happen on my Facebook page, when people start doing really get hard on religion, I can't actually, to be honest, I've probably only read about 6 of those comments on my Facebook because
right.
No, really, I read.
You were on that Facebook all night long.
No. Oh, no. Oh, really? I read the one, and then I was trying to come up with some sort of response, and I realized I don't even like to respond to those. So I only came up with a few responses to people who said some funny stuff, just funny comments. I like funny. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not anti-religion, and anyone that has any sort of negative reaction to my work, I've always said that is a reflection of themselves, and that's something they need to work out.
I'm envious of really religious people.
I know you've said that in the past before because you like the idea. On here? Yeah.
I just wish I could just be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
God's watching out for me.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people deal with guilt. Don't know. I don't know. I
think so. Probably, especially in certain religions.
Oh well. Okay. So listen. Before we started this episode, I posted on my social media saying, "Hey, what should I draw? I wanted some ideas for something to draw, and I offered to give the original drawing to whatever I decided to draw." So there were a lot of really wild suggestions. Something like 200 comments worth of suggestions. They were all interesting. Some were a little too much for me to be able to draw in 45 minutes. I have decided on one, but I thought I would read a few of some of the suggestions and see what you thought of them real quick, okay?
Okay.
Here were some of the suggestions for the drawing that I should do tonight. A soul attachment draining the energy of its subject while influencing it, while its subject drains the energy of its physical victim.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
I don't even know what you just said.
I don't either, really. Okay, here we go. Medusa with some of the hair snakes trying to eat flies that are flying around.
That's gross.
1 or 2 of the snake heads cut off, and her holding a pair of bloody scissors.
Did you ever watch that movie?
Where she cut off the snake heads,
Gold?
She's crying, makeup running water down her cheek.
Did you ever watch that movie Gold?
No.
Was it Gold or Gold Rush or that Australian movie? We should have brought it up when Torts was on. The Watts was on.
Brisbane, Melbourne, Thoughts.
Oh my God, these flies. You need to watch that movie. It's so good.
Flies?
These flies just are all over his face. It drives you crazy.
I am crazy already. Didn't you see? I painted a drawing.
He could have used that Medusa head.
Well, I like that idea. That's just a little more elaborate than I can do in a 45-minute drawing.
And you're like, he's eating flies, obviously. Or the snake dreads are eating. What is it? Snake hair?
Her hair.
What is it?
Her hair are snakes.
I don't even like that.
You don't like Medusa?
I don't think I like that.
Oh, it's cool. If you look at her in the eyes, you turn to stone.
Does every snake have a brain? I don't like it. Does she control the snakes?
No.
Or
she does not control the snakes.
Does each snake have a brain?
No, they're alive.
Yeah, I don't like Medusa.
Think of a snake's brain. Those things are dumb. I just lost half of my snake fandom.
Well, I will say I do like rattlesnakes. For the sake of, at least warn you.
Oh, jeez.
What do you mean?
I don't. Why? What? Just because they warn you, they bite you, and
a lot of snakes won't give warning.
That's true. You almost stepped
I'll
on
take a warning.
I keep wanting to say black mamba. What's it called?
I never almost stepped on black mamba.
No. What's that snake called? The one that I almost peed on. What are those called?
Cottonmouth.
A cottonmouth. Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary.
Did we tell that? Yeah, we did.
I had the kids in South Carolina. I was walking them across this like river waterfall thing, and someone was like, "Watch out for that cottonmouth right there." And I was like, "Okay." I had no idea it was a water moccasin. If they would have called it a water moccasin, I would have known.
Water moccasin.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Cottonmouth Kings. Remember, that's like a rap group. Like I think they were like an ICP. Do you remember them? Cottonmouth
They were
Kings.
probably stoners.
Cottonmouth
I only
Kings?
know Cottonmouth for one reason.
That was like an ICP rap group. Cottonmouth Kings.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cottonmouth referred to one thing when I was growing up, and it
stoners.
wasn't a snake.
Yeah. So here's some other ones. Someone wrote, "Let's do a nice one of Snoop Dogg burning a fatty on the couch with Homer Simpson while watching TV."
I don't like The Simpsons.
I don't either. Barney, yes, the purple one,
That's
or a
coming back.
Teletubby.
They're
Again,
bringing that back
can
next
be
year.
the purple one. Lol. Having a fight to the death undersea with a giant kraken, an octopus, the yellow submarine floating lazily by a mermaid, waiting patiently by for the spoils. I've got a great mental visual on this idea.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
2024, Barney's back.
Okay.
Sorry, parents. Sorry, parents of young children.
Here's three more. Scooby-Doo riding a rocket with Shaggy,
Shag it.
but the ship is a doobie, mind-blowing. I know, right? Jesus.
I don't.
Janis Joplin holding a Sphinx cat and smoking a doobie. Doobie got used like 3 times. Is that making a comeback
Everybody's
too?
a stoner because it's legal in like half the states.
Combine the head of a mushroom with the body of a jellyfish. A land and sea combination of immortality. Ooh, I like that idea. A rendition of Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers, but adorned in Babe Ruth's signature Yankee uniform with a bushel of baseball bats on his shoulder. Well, that might be interesting. I don't like the Power Rangers, though. Was that your age group, Adrienne?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a toddler.
No, but
I'm not a
were you?
Gen
no,
Z.
no. When that was playing,
I'm not a millennial. Well, I might be a millennial.
I swear Power Rangers was coming out when I was in high school. Wasn't it? No, I don't know. Doesn't
Forget
matter.
it. You're drawing now, by the way.
No, I'm
It's 20
starting the
minutes in.
timer right now to start drawing. So I did pick one from the suggestions of people. So I am going to give this to the main focus of what I'm going to draw is who's going to win the original drawing. I put in a couple of other little things that were mentioned as ideas, but they weren't the main focus of the piece. The idea that this person sent in, for some reason I had a visual of it and I thought, oh, that might be neat. So I'm not going to mention it right now because I want you to see while I'm drawing it. I want you to try to guess what it is. I'm going to get started on that right now. I'll start the 45-minute timer. I'm sure people are going to be disappointed with what I came up with, but oh well. It just sounded like a fun thing to draw.
Why would they do? Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. No one does. I'm just saying. But anyway, there were some crazy suggestions.
Another giveaway.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we're giving it away. We want people like this is episode 50.
Are you doing Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yes.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
This one's for Blockhead. Blockhead, I know you don't watch our show, but you have been a guest on the show. This one's for you. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Give it away.
You
What else does he
were
say?
so mad when I started singing Red Hot Chili Peppers to him. You were like, he hates it. He hates it so much. Why are you singing it?
Oh, well, speaking of me just being a dummy and getting embarrassed in things you say. Oh, I'll get to that later.
Hey, I was going to mention to you that I was so impressed the other week. You're drawing. I was so impressed the other week that when we went sledding with our family, not that you could skate on the skate snowboard, but your how quickly you got up every time you fell. You were like Tigger. You just like fell and then you were up. It was so impressive.
It's easy to crash in snow.
I knew it was packed snow. I knew you would ride that thing fine. That didn't impress me because you are fine with that stuff. But I was impressed with when you fell, how fast you were back on your feet. It was like You had spring wrists.
Well, there is a skill to falling, by the way. But yeah, no, I fell.
That was a compliment.
Thank you. I crashed pretty hard once that I did feel the next day. It was like I was riding it out, and the edge of the skateboard hit, like just caught, and I just face plant, like just I didn't tumble out. I just jammed right into the snow, and that one kind of hurt, but
it was pretty packed. Man, I'm just looking at pictures of Cottonmouth. Whoa. They're freaky.
Something that we always come up with, or that you and I, or I don't know, it seems like you and I notice it, are things that are spelt with the K's.
Oh, yeah.
And how K, like it like always spells out KKK. I think the Cottonmouth Kings are K.
No,
Kings.
they're not.
Oh, no,
Well,
the rap group.
I don't know them.
And then
the
kids' cars for Kilby. It's like KKK.
There
it's weird.
The most darling vending machine of pastries in Hannibal, Missouri, where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And cupcakes is spelled with a K.
Yeah, it's
and
silly.
not only
You
can I
always
not
hated it.
read the ingredients, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't buy them just because it's spelled with a K. Like, no other letter in the alphabet do you just flip on and off like that.
Yeah, Adrienne's always hated the K.
There is this person who I just get so mad at in Utah in our neighborhood when I take the neighborhood route to the grocery store. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying? They have 3 garbage cans, including 1 recycle can, and they have spray painted K's on all of them. And it makes me crazy. Like, they could have put 1, 2, 3. They could have done any other combination of anything to let the neighbors know that they were there.
KKK.
But you drive past and it's a billboard of KKK, and it makes me crazy. And I don't know if they're ignorant or if they're just like,
I think people are just don't see it that way.
That's all I see when I see K's.
Hey, I was gonna say wild stuff happens over on my Facebook page. Going back to that, I recently did that drawing of Oscar the Grouch inside the belly of an elephant upside down. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. Yeah. And
the most soft picture you've drawn
in a while. Yeah. I don't know. Well, so someone commented. This guy, I won't say his name, but he's a top fan in my Facebook. Facebook does those top fans. He comments a lot and likes a lot of stuff. But it was just funny. So this drawing of it's Oscar the Grouch inside of an elephant's belly, and he commented. He said the elephant represents the Republicans. I'm not much into politics, but I see what's going on here. I think. Anyway, so he's just said that. I think he was just kind of joking. Well, he likes to stir it up. I see a lot of his comments on my posts, and he likes to just say stuff that gets people riled up. But it got people really riled up. So a whole debate, it turned into a whole political debate on my, not just a political debate, just people just bashing people. And I don't know, it was wild.
Sometimes I tend to think that I'm a little bit crazy because I'm like, ooh, I don't like AI. I just found a drone outside our daughter's bedroom window, which I didn't like. On the ground, crashed. So
you said that kind of like that's how you felt like it was hovering above her window.
Why is it? I mean, it was crashed on the ground, so it obviously wasn't up in her window. But her room is right there. Yeah. That's the only room. And I'm like, are you looking in the windows? So I feel like I'm crazy for even thinking that.
Well, there are balloons now. The aliens are here.
But then other people see Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch inside of an elephant.
Out of an elephant.
Oh,
so I feel like my crazy is a little bit more level than other people's.
Well, and I remember what happened with that. Well, no, yeah, you're about right on par with the rest of the crazies. I'm
not as bad.
Someone said something about Ronald Grump, and that was a Sesame Street character based on Donald Trump, and
way back in the 80s. On PBS.
Yes, and it was talking about how Donald Trump wanted to wipe out Sesame Street and to put in new home, condos, right. And it was definitely a knock on him and everything. But Yeah, it was, but I forgot about that character, Ronald Grump. Anyway, that person said that, not stating
Grump Tower.
not stating anything about it being a Sesame Street thing, and people just started attacking him on my Facebook. Anyway, everyone just calm down. However, that being said, all those conversations and all that madness happening over on the Facebook, that gives more viewerships to
because apparently Facebook is popping off again.
It is. Well, look, I've got 500,000 followers on Facebook, and that's where all the engagement happens. I'm happy with my following on Instagram, but it seems like no one sees it. It doesn't matter. Well,
all I see is my hashtags for like Aarhus in Denmark.
Yeah.
It just comes up Aarhus. Other like the people I don't follow don't even come up.
Well, speaking of that Instagram thing, we did mention this before, but yeah, the whole showing me suggested posts rather than actually showing me who I follow, that shit drives me crazy.
But I wonder if I wonder if people dropped Twitter in the name of who's that guy? Musk or
Elon Musk?
The other guy.
Mm-hmm.
If they went back to Facebook,
maybe. Well, I've joined. Well, no. Well, okay. I put together a new commercial for the show. Check it out.
DOD45.
Peace, everybody, and welcome to the DOD45.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45.
This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. And now that we're over 50 episodes deep, you should have at least seen one of our episodes. I'm Tai of Art by Tai, resident artist of the show, and with my co-host Adrienne Taiwali'i, we're engaging in discussions with people we admire and are inspired by. On each episode, I set a 45-minute timer, put my pen to the paper, and we get to learn about our guest through an interview-style discussion. With the added bonuses of announcements by AWOL1, disruptive questions from Mr. Dibbs, and social media lurks from Sage Francis, there really is no legitimate reason for you to not tune in. New visual episodes premiere every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Spotify, and all other podcast streaming platforms broadcast new episodes each week. With the support of companies like Strange Famous Records, Hob Sauce, Brim of the World, Aliens Built Earth, Speaker Face, Old Blue Art Gallery, Skate Laborious, Hands Made, and others, it's time for you to start watching our show regularly. So clean the somos out your eyes, mine the wax from your ears, wipe the lipstick from your brow, peel them socks off your dingy dogs, and start experiencing the DOD45 Show with Art by Tai. We've had guests who've reached the highest levels of success, like Howard Berger winning an Oscar for Chronicles of Narnia, Atmosphere's 20-plus year of music making, H Street legend Ron Allen still competing well into his 60s, Greg Lutzka winning X Game Gold, Carlos Condit holding the interim UFC welterweight championship title, Illogic and Sage Francis recently getting mentions on the Grammys, Teresa Sharp winning the grand prize of $100,000 on Season 2 of Best Inc., and Mr. Dibbs' communication with the other side. With guests in that stratosphere, you really never know what you could learn. By the end of each episode, you'll have watched me create mind-bending drawings from first pen stroke to the last, and from the questions that I ask each of our guests while I'm drawing, it's highly likely that you'll be an inkling wiser than you were prior. That's my spiel. Enough said. It's your move. It's the DOD45 Show with Art by Tai. Peace.
DOD45.
Hob Sauce.
We're real thrilled to have partnered with Hob Sauce for 3 simple reasons. Their hot sauce is delicious, the owner and creator David is a solid dude, and they collaborate with dope artists for their labels, including myself. Boom. Amplify your favorite foods with their award-winning flavors. Head over to hobsauces.com to get yourself some absolutely delicious artisan hot sauce. Hit it, Bobby.
Have sauce, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Put it on your food.
Hob Sauce.
This is flyover country. No one's expecting much from us. In fact, no one's expecting anything at all. The coast probably think we're at Walmart right now. Great deal on our 5, by the way. Instead, here we are making plans. Big plans. Because in a city where people do so much with so little, What could happen if we gave them more? More beauty, connections, perspectives. This is your chance to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Something that's made of brick, concrete, and steel. But also for blood, sweat, and soul. Something that can only be possible in St. Louis. Because when no one's expecting much from you, you can do anything. Our city deserves something epic. Long live laborious.
Check out our new partners, Brim of the World, a.k.a. Seek, Conquer, and Destroy, a.k.a. Aliens Built Earth. I'm always wearing their gear, especially the hats, and in almost every episode of the DOD45, you'll see me rocking something from these cats, because I'm a fan. Show them some love and treat yourself right to a new wardrobe or some new headgear, and I'm not talking about braces headgear, I'm talking about hats. Check out all their gear and links at brimoftheworld.com. Hey, real quick, my friends, my art is available for purchase at artbytai.com. So if you like what you're seeing or you want to support the DOD45 show, the best way for you to do that is to pick up a print or an original at my website. If you're not quite ready to buy, but you still want to help out, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you stream from. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Art by Tai and engage in the comments. That goes a long way. All right, enough already. Let's get back to the show.
Listen.
DOD45.
That was pretty cool. Guess what else I had to do while I was editing that commercial? I got rid of Google Chrome on my computer.
Oh, that's probably really smart. Did you put in Ecosia?
I didn't put in anything. I just used Safari.
Oh.
But listen,
Safari sucks.
it's a little shitty, but my Mac runs so fast. It's crazy. It was like it's like the difference of a guy with a 90-year-old man with a cane walking and a teenager running.
Yeah. That's like when I ran
speed.
in my 20s versus now.
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah, but that's the difference. So
Yeah.
I eliminated
In
Google
fact,
Chrome from my computer.
We should let the kids know that. Because
Yeah,
they
well,
complain
I'm
about
letting
their phones.
everybody out there know. Get rid of your Google Chrome. It's shit. It eats up everything. I can't believe it.
I'm sure I've said it before on here, but I use Ecosia. It's spelled like Eco-Asia on my phone. And trees are planted in places where they need to be planted.
Yeah.
Every time I search something.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, all right. So it is our 50th episode, and it is our season 4 season, end of season. It's kind of like a season 4 recap. Let me just quickly run through who was in our season 4 episodes. So Mr. Dibbs was in with us twice. The first time he was in, we did top 3 musicians and top 3 movies. Anytime Dibbs is on the show, it's funny. So go back and check those out. The next episode was with Dibbs and Brett Fullerton, and we were talking about the album that I did the album cover for. Their 7-inch album that I can't even pronounce the title. I can't even pronounce the title of the group or the names of the A side, B side, but it's a cool album. And then we had Gel in from Anacon. We finally got him in. I'd been trying to get him in for a long time. Sage Francis returned for the Christmas episode to talk about holidays, and we gave away a bunch of stuff on that episode, and it was our most attended live chat. That was wild, huh? When all the live chat that was happening. Maybe that's happening with this episode. Who knows?
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe not. I don't know. People do love to win free stuff.
February 22nd. The Super Bowl is over. Valentine's Day is over.
Yeah.
March is just around the corner.
Dusk Raps was an episode. Gave some love to our friend from Salt Lake City. He's a friend. He's a good friend. I like Dusk. And then Logic returned to talk about his new album, which is an awesome album. We did a Be Kind Please Rewind with the Mr. Dibbs and Atmosphere, played out the whole kind of new. That was a 4-hour-long episode, but I condensed it with all new footage. And then we had Laserbeak in from Doomtree. I'm a huge Doomtree fan. I wish it was still like they were still making music together. But I was just so happy to get Laserbeak in, the second member of Doomtree to be on. Sims was on in season 3. But wasn't it kind of interesting that Laserbeak is going to be trying out as a...
Yeah, that's weird.
No, don't say it's weird, Adrienne. It's just...
Nobody wants to throw shit. I love you, Laserbeak, but it's a little bit weird.
He's going to go try out.
Want to throw shit into audiences.
Well, I think it's like it was the cheerleading squad. It wasn't just to throw out.
I have a cousin who was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And he ended up in like Men in Black type shit on the Marines.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like he's in the Marine Corps now. Yeah. And he was on the cheer squad. No, yeah. Well, I just thought it was interesting.
Wait, wasn't? Oh man,
what?
I'm trying to look it up. Was it Ron or Howard?
Ron Howard?
Burger.
Howard Berger?
Howard Berger.
Yeah, he wasn't on our. He was in season. He was in season 3.
Well, I will say that when we were on our way back from New Orleans and I was watching Inglourious Bastards, I was really happy to see his face or his name.
Yeah.
On the credits, I was like, oh.
Hey, look! I just got a thing. Episode 500. I just got a ding on my phone from Spotify. Mm-hmm. Episode 500 for Scroobius Pip. So
he still has.
We're celebrating episode 50. And
he has a couple thousand to go to reach our 5,000 mark.
Well, I did.
That's when I will celebrate.
I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I did speak with Scroobius. I wanted to have him as a guest. I've always wanted to have him on, but he said he wasn't doing appearances on shows right now. So
that sucks, because I only want to talk to English people from now on.
It's my favorite show. Or my favorite, okay. My favorite TV shows are British.
I don't understand their government. They have these green chairs and they yell at each other.
Yeah, it's great.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's House of Commons.
These green chairs are so ugly, but they won't change them.
No, why would they? They get in there and they root it out. It's cool.
It's been
But they're also crooks
forever.
over there too.
I know, but they are everywhere.
But it is nice to hear them kind of like yelling it back at each other, and
I just like it. And I would encourage everyone to watch Peaky Blinders.
Let me get through this.
Okay.
Skate Laborious was one of the episodes.
Oh, you're still on that? Okay.
Yes, I am, because I keep getting interrupted. No. Okay. Don't check out, because...
I'm listening. Just go.
Well, because I'm excited to go see Skate Laborious in St. Louis, because now that we're here in Hannibal, we're... I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Then Eli from Grouch and Eli and the Living Legends. I hope that will lead to getting us some guests like the Grouch on, and some other, Scarab and Merce. I'd love to get all those people on our show, but who knows? Maybe no one wants to be any part of this. I'll tell you who does want to be part of it. Well, I shouldn't speak for anyone else. And then Thorts was our last episode last weekend from Australia, and I was heavy on the Aussie stuff. Thoughts. Hey, listen, let me just mention this. Dave, aka Trugoy from De La Soul, passed away a few days ago. That's a huge bummer. De La Soul was
dead.
Well, I know. Anytime I saw anyone's post, so I went and everyone was posting, but every time I saw that,
not dead.
Did you not? Yeah, that was like the first thing that always came into my head. De La Soul's dead. That's like I would, but that and then this other story I wanted to tell. So I posted a picture of me interviewing Dave. Trugoy is such a weird name for me to say. Well, I got a couple of things I want to say. Maybe I should say the first one first. I'm today this old, and I just realized, and had just been learnt that Trugoy is yogurt backwards. Did you know that?
No, I didn't even know his name was Trugoy.
Do you know who told me that on my post?
Dibbs.
Chicken Matt.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was like, I was just listening to De La Soul. That's funny. What he commented. Yeah, he listened. He likes.
He loves all that, all of that.
Yeah.
But he is like
a farmer.
A farmer.
But he's from California. Well, anyway, I thought that was interesting, and I apologize. I guess if everyone knew that, I'm an idiot. I didn't even know.
I didn't know, and I was the biggest De La Soul fan in high
Well-
school. They got me through school.
Well, that's what's that's why it was just
My
really awesome to see
yellow
everyone posting.
Walkman,
Yeah.
my headphones, ignoring everybody. This is why I don't need to go to my high school reunion, because I had my Walkman on with De La Soul and tried going most of the time. Like, I just didn't even register the other people. It was just these guys getting me through the day.
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul,
Far Side.
Far Side. Remember one time when we were at the swap meet, and this guy sold all kinds of what was that DJ that used to make all those DJ cuts, like DJ? You don't remember? We used to buy them, but it was just like these mixes. Anyway, this guy at the swap meet always sold these mixed tapes from this DJ. I can't remember his name. And then one time we were there, and we were like, I was saying to him, is she like KRS-One? Like, do you have like KRS-One or any, like, we wanted to, what did he say? He's like, oh, you like that?
Oh, you like that positive rap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you like that positive rap. He was all like trying to diss
He
you.
was making underground CDs. If you read Trevor Noah's book, this is exactly what Trevor Noah was doing, except we were in the Salt Lake City swap meet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was doing this in South Africa. It was pretty great. It's pretty crazy.
Well, okay. So,
That's how we had to get our music.
yeah. Yeah, from the swap meet.
Knock off, burned CDs.
Yeah. Pirated.
He didn't have any positive rap for me.
No, he didn't. And he was making fun of you. Oh, you
Yeah,
like
he
that
was.
positive rap.
He
Yeah, fuck
hated
that
me.
dude. Where's he now?
You know what? He was, what is it? Oh, my teeth look so white.
All right, let me say
What
this.
is that? No, those Rough Riders. Who are they?
Yeah, that was, remember,
That guy.
yeah, Cast One made shirts, Rough Rider shirts.
Who was the main Rough Rider? He just died like a year ago.
Not DMX.
DMX.
Yeah.
That's what he was making.
Yeah.
DMX CDs.
Yeah, remember Cast One told us a story on one of the episodes where he got catfished by someone who said
Oh,
they were
yeah.
from Rough Riders, and so he made shirts, and it was spelled rough, ROUGH.
I would have spelled it RUFF. So.
That's how Rough Riders was spelled.
Oh.
Like the K's in clowns and whatever.
Oh no.
So listen, so anyway, I had a story about De La Soul. So I posted on all my social medias a picture of me with Trugoy, with Dave. Let's say Dave. Actually, I know him as Octavian, and that's gonna make sense in this story. So I produced a TV show in Salt Lake City, Utah called 3.2%. And it was pretty much just my TV show. I did have a producing partner, but
And there were other people involved.
yes, there were. Yes, absolutely. But sometimes I would do host duties, and so we were doing an episode on De La Soul, or they were in town playing at a show, so we were given backstage access and I had an opportunity to interview them. I was young and dumb. I was like a 20-something
So
kid
was I.
fanning out like an idiot, trying to interview these hip hop legends. Anyway, for some reason, well, Adrienne was there. We've done everything together. Like everywhere we went was always together. And when I did TV shows,
It was lucky that I got to do the De La Soul thing because they were so important to me.
yeah.
That's all I listened to for the longest time.
We're backstage interviewing, I'm personally interviewing them, and so I call him Dave. I say Dave, and at some point when we were getting introduced, Adrienne thought she heard someone say Octavian.
Mm-hmm.
So we're shooting, and I'm interviewing him, and I call him Dave, and Adrienne from behind camera off screen.
I felt so bad for you
It's
for
funny,
calling
yeah.
him Dave.
Yeah,
I was like, stop calling him Dave.
She felt bad for me. She goes, "It's Octavian."
Don't call him Dave.
And right when she said that, I got embarrassed for you. And I was like, no. I got really embarrassed for you, and then kind of got like all awkward, and it got a little awkward because it was like right during shooting when you said that.
I know. I felt so bad for you though, because I heard Octavian.
Well, here's the best.
Who knows that they have like actual names on the cover of a CD?
Well,
you don't see names.
Here's the best part. So we stop rolling, have a laugh. It's awkward. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling kind of embarrassed. Like, and so we start rolling cameras, and I introduce him. I say, "Yo, we're here with De La Soul." It was so great. He said, "Oh no," I said, "Introduce yourselves" or something. And Trugoy goes, "Yo, this is De La Soul, Trugoy Dave, aka Octavian." I don't know. It was just like I don't know. It was a cool move.
AKA Octavian, what up? What do you guys think's been the biggest change?
It was great that he recognized, it was just an honest mistake, right. And he's, instead.
And it would never see the light of day. It really, like the internet wasn't really going.
Yeah, but now
yet.
that whole thing is on the internet. So I might play it here if I still have access to it. But you can hear him say, "Yo, it is." The point is, it's a De La Soul. They affected so many people's lives, and you can go back and look at all the posts. Everyone, all your favorite people felt real heartbreak from this loss, and mine's not heartbreak for me is a little different when it comes to death because I've been around so much of it and lost so many close people. So, but I it's a lot. It's more of it's sad.
I drink a lot of soda, so they call me Dr. Pepper. Did he die? I drink a lot of soda, so they call me Dr. Pepper.
Don't
the guy who from Tribe who had diabetes.
Yeah, he had
you guys need to.
He did pass away.
We're getting old.
He had he's had diabetes all his whole life.
Yeah, he had childhood onset, I think, didn't he?
Yes.
But so if he had childhood onset, he had to drink the soda to get his blood sugar correct.
Yeah,
or
it was always
if he didn't, then his Dr. Pepper was.
The Q-Tip talked about it a lot in a lot of interviews. It was always a thing that they were always trying to watch out.
But we're getting older.
Yeah.
Like I had to check for pre-diabetes because I eat so much candy. You had to get your colonoscopy. I should be getting a colonoscopy. I had to get my titties in a vice on my mammogram the other month, what year. We're getting older, guys.
Mm-hmm. Hey, all right. Well, so rest in power, rest in peace, rest in all those things. To Dave, a.k.a. Trugoy, a.k.a. Octavian. What I love about that is that you and I will always, I will always remember him as Octavian. Our own personal interaction with him.
What sucks is I think they owned all of their royalties.
They just barely
just got their re-release. Well, yeah, their 6th album release is about to come out.
They just barely got access to all of their whole catalog. They just barely got it. Yeah, it's just everything about it is shit.
Hey, on a whole other note, I want to say that you may have done this, and I did it just early in the morning over my coffee when I was reading my news about Turkey, and which I know is like 4 weeks old now, but I did reach out to Sage to just ask him if he had heard from Brother Ali.
I was wondering that too.
And he said Brother Ali is fine.
Yeah, because
with the earthquake. Because every day I get like it's 10,000 more people dead. But he said he's in the other side of Turkey.
Oh,
so
good.
He was fine.
Oh, I'm glad you reached out to Sage about that.
I just was curious.
I kept going.
I looked on Brother Ali's
I kept going to Brother Ali's page, and nothing was being posted, nothing new. So I thought, man.
Before I bothered Sage, he said that the first thing he did when he heard was he reached out to Brother Ali, and he was fine.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a relationship, I would have absolutely reached out to him. But yeah, there's no. We talked a couple of times, and he was going to do our show, but that was before Traveler's podcast.
Brother Ali is good.
That's good. I'm glad you reached out and found that out.
20, 30, who knows at this point when this airs?
Pushing about 30,000 people that passed away. I mean, the footage is the pictures and stuff are pretty awful. Yeah, shoot. All right, well, let's bring it up a bit from that, since we just dealt with some. Here's some good news, I guess. Okay, so bad news. Dave passed away. Bad news. Turkey. Yes, from here on out, I've always said Octavian since that interview. No. But every time I say it, people have no idea what I'm talking about.
But I didn't know who any of the members of De La Soul were to begin with.
Yeah, but what I love about it is it's you and I, like it's our old personal story.
I know. I'm just saying.
Wait.
Unless they introduced them on the CD covers, which they never did in the 90s.
No, yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, it's okay. But so yeah, those two sad stories. If you're an Eagles fan, this is a sad story as well. The Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, so that was a big deal.
But that was 2 weeks ago, so they know.
I don't. But I was gonna say, I found it interesting that our kids felt like Super Bowl Sunday was like a traditional thing for them. They were kind of excited for it, and our kids don't like sports. I played football. We had Super Bowl parties always with my parents. And so Super Bowl had always been a thing that we did. It was a Super Bowl Sunday thing. And we continued to do it.
I learned it from your mother.
Yeah. And it's always been fun. So it was kind of cool that our kids were into it.
They are motivated by food.
Yeah, that's true. Well, good food happens on Super Bowl Sunday. All right. So, hey, Dibbs, I spoke with Mr. Dibbs a few days ago. And he has something really cool coming up. I'm not at liberty to announce what that is, but when you hear about it, you are all gonna just flip because it's really exciting. Well, maybe it's not as exciting for him, but I'm really excited about it. And you're really excited about it, so I hope that we'll be able to discuss that. So speaking of Mr. Dibbs, and this isn't the announcement that he's on the life cereal diet, even though he is, and I talked him into going to oat milk from almond milk. And that's a good thing for our environment and a good thing for his health.
But a bad thing for my debit card.
Yeah, but that's not the announcement. It's a really cool, something very, very, very cool that you're all going to be very excited to learn about. All right, so speaking of Mr. Dibbs did leave us a question for our 50th episode. And it's since there's no guest today, it's a question for you and I, Adrienne.
Give it up, Mr. Dibbs on the turntable.
Listen to more of this.
Oh, yeah, congratulations on another year of exciting podcastery. Anyway, you two, I have a question or two. One's pretty standard, I'm sure everyone asks it, and that would be for you, Tai. And that's, you ready for this exciting question? How many pens do you go through during a year of your artistic magistry?
Well, here's a quick answer. I have pens coming out of my ears. I've got pens everywhere. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of pens. But I know it's I'm sure you're headed somewhere else with that question. But the real answer to that is I really don't use that many pens. I guess I just said that. Is I actually can do a whole drawing. I can do many, many drawings with just one pen. This is so uninteresting, my answer. But the ball on the pen wears down before I run out of ink. So I almost never run out of ink. But throughout a year, I probably use about 400 different pens, but I really only just stick to like 2 or 3 main pens. And this pen I've been using on almost all of the DOD45 episodes. So anyway, okay, so yep. You know what? Real quick, I want to make a phone call. Let me finish out this question before we get into Dibbs' second half of that, because it is a two-parter. Let me make a quick phone call. I'm going to see if he answers. Well, I guess this... What up?
What are you doing?
You answered my call.
I will answer your call.
What are you having a family night?
I am every single night of my life is a family. We're sitting there dancing to some funk records.
Well, hey, you're on podcast with me and Adrienne right now.
Oh, what? Word.
Who is this?
Hello, world.
This is Cass 1. This is
Oh,
Jacob.
hi, Cass.
Oh, I don't know if he can hear
He
you
can't
because
hear me.
yeah, the microphone's hooked up to the. I was just calling to say what's up.
Oh, wow.
I'm in ultra dad mode.
That's good
You're
though.
always in ultra dad mode too, right?
No, I mean the kids are 16 and 15 now, so ultra dad mode is sort of like dad's a douchebag mode.
They're your dad, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Well, I was going to ask you who. Well, we do have a guest coming up in March that you're a big fan of, so I'm excited about that. But and that's Crayola. You're a big Crayola fan.
I'm a huge Crayola.
Yeah, but aside from Crayola, who do you think we should try to get on the show next? Or not, at some point in our, because this is the end of the season. We're going into season 5. So I thought maybe I'll call someone we know and say, who do they think we should try to get in as the show?
Do you want a, my kids are about to start screaming.
That's all right. We like that sound.
Do you know who I bet? If you got this, I'll drive to you. If you got Justin Vernon from Bon Iver.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I'll try it.
Hey.
You know what I'm going to do? I'll send him footage of my son playing his music.
Oh, yes, that'll get him.
Send him footage of me sitting in front of my record player crying.
Crying?
Yes.
I will. All right, man. It was good talking with you. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, of course. I hope you guys are well, and I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, we'll see you in June.
All right.
Okay, peace.
Did he know that you were maybe going to call?
No.
Is that not, is that rude to call people now?
Probably.
The kids say it's rude.
It is rude, but he's not a kid, so
Yeah.
the kids do say it's rude. The other thing, too.
I mean, our kids.
I know. Now back to this Dibbs question.
What?
Oh, it was cool that the Cass One answered the phone.
He's on dad duty. Leave him alone.
Battling with children. I'm looking forward to seeing him at the show. Okay, let's go play the rest of Dibbs' question.
Okay.
Part 2, and more importantly, what everyone really wants to know, is for Adrienne. Adrienne, circling back around to question 1 for the amount of pins, how many of those pins that Tai uses every year do you want to stab him to death with? Be honest, we're all waiting. Smooches.
Oh, smooches. That's a smoochy boochie.
Today, maybe all of them.
What? Why?
It's Valentine's Day and you're having me record a podcast. I'm in the middle of making dinner.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So all of them, Dibbs. If I had a blow dart, I'd blow dart him with all the pens.
It's Valentine's Day.
You
Just get rid of that dart.
You'd look like a porcupine.
Jeez.
With a whole bunch of pens.
All right. Well, okay. Then we can get it wrapped up real quick. Boy, I don't want to get stabbed with any pens. Oh, can I tell a quick story?
Yeah, when you were stabbed with a...
I once got stabbed in the kneecap with a dentist tool that was used as a pipe scraper from one of my best friends. Well, yeah.
We all want to stab you.
He had just, we were in high school. He had pierced his belly button and it was infected.
With that pen?
No, he had pierced his belly button. And it was kind of infected. His whole belly was kind of red. And we used to hang out at this place called HQ. And we used to do these things. Out of nowhere, someone would just yell MMPPOP. And that meant...
That's quite the acronym.
Yeah. MMPPOP. If someone yelled it out, you'd just fucking pile on top of each other.
Pop.
So it was Major Mosh Pit Pile On Party. If someone yelled it out, you just piled on to people. Well, someone yelled it out, and we just started piling on, and Dave's infected belly button, I hit it somehow.
Oh, that's why he stabbed you
and he just, his reaction, he immediately just grabbed this dentist tool and stabbed me in the fucking kneecap with it.
Okay, that makes sense now.
No, it doesn't.
I would do the same thing.
You asshole. I looked down and this thing,
Dentist tool.
this weed infected, not just weed infected, like that gross, the shit that's all this gummy, gross shit is sticking out of my kneecap. I was like, Dave, what the Anyway, so yeah, now
that
Adrienne
makes so much more sense. I always pictured, you told the story, you forgot the pop.
MMPPOP.
But I just pictured you all just getting stoned on a couch, and he just like saw the weed thinger and just decided to stab you in the knee with it.
That's pretty much how it worked out. I don't care. He shouldn't.
No, you were moshing.
He shouldn't have pierced his own belly button. What a douchebag. Well, I don't know. I love that kid, man. He is still alive. I have not seen him around in a long time. He's had a rough go at it, but I hope he's doing well.
Me too. He was so fun.
He was a lot of fun to hang around. Hey,
I'm envious of his stabbing of you.
No, you fucker. Don't stab me, please. It's not fun for me.
I just kicked you. It's fine.
So today, our mail didn't get picked up, and I was really angry.
Yeah, you know who walked it over to
I wondered if you took that over to the post office. I put mail out to get taken. It's shipments, stuff that's getting shipped out to people. And our mailman didn't take it. And I just had this immediate feeling of like, no one does their job. No one's willing to do their work anymore.
It wasn't that much.
It was like 5 little envelopes.
I put it in a reusable grocery sack and walked it to the post office. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, but are you saying that to me?
Yeah,
or
no. For
the
him,
mailman should have taken it. Yes.
Even if he wasn't
crazy.
Parked in front of our house, which he normally is, he could have taken it.
Just do your fucking job.
I know.
I don't know. Okay, all right. Moving on from that. Speaking of mailman, the Utah Jazz.
What about the Utah Jazz?
They are trying to do their best to just give me an aneurysm. I don't know. They traded off almost all their players. Now they got rid of Mike Conley. They have good players in place, but they're all really
right. You were mentioning that.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll leave it at that.
Did you know that Texas saw their first in a while? Sometimes they get them, sometimes they don't. But they got their hissing mushroom.
What?
Yeah. Their hissing mushroom has been in bloom about 100 miles. Did it say 100 miles north of San Antonio? So somewhere near Austin. They have these, what they call like the Texas star. It's a star.
Yeah,
mushroom.
the Texas stars.
And when it opens, it has a hissing sound and it releases its spores. And these are very rare mushrooms. They're found only in this area of Texas on occasion and in parts of Japan.
Well, Japan and Texas.
Yep.
Two peas in a pod. That's awesome.
They're very similar.
Hey, I posted a video a couple of days ago inside the gallery. I just showed some footage in the gallery.
Okay.
Someone had asked how we ended up in Hannibal. And if you don't mind, I just want to tell a quick story about it.
I'll tell you the quick.
I'll do the
quicker version.
Well,
the hat. The Java Jive hat.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, so we used to do shows all across, or we still do. We were doing shows all across the country. We live in Salt Lake City. We used to have, most of the shows we did were in the Midwest, and down south. So it was a lot of driving, a lot of late night driving, a lot of driving. It was hard.
Intercept right there?
Yeah.
I knew that we definitely needed a second spot when I started seeing elephants in the middle of Wyoming.
Yeah, driving because you were hallucinating driving late at night. Yes.
And then I knew that was a big problem.
Yeah. So anyway, we were doing a show in Chicago, Illinois, and an artist friend that we had met. I'm sorry, I knew who he was as an artist prior to anything, and I always thought that guy's a real artist. I was, always very much inspired by his work, and just recognize him as a real artist. Doubting myself as being an artist. Yes, his name is Michael Cole. He's a brilliant. Everything he does is awesome. Anyway, we had a show in Houston, Texas, and he was set up right next to us, and I got really excited. And then I got to meet him right then, and we traded artwork. And then he mentioned something about this town that he lived in.
And he had a Java Jive Hannibal, Missouri hat, which is
Oh, is
how
that why
I
you said that?
remembered it.
That he was in. Oh, okay. So cut to a couple of months later, we're doing a show in Chicago, and now we've met Michael Cole and become friendly with him. He came over to our booth and said, "Hey, have you guys ever been to our town, Hannibal, Missouri, which is about 4 hours away?" No, you're shaking your head?
Well, we were actually, we noted in Houston that it was Hannibal, Missouri.
Okay.
We were in Chicago between a show, staying with a friend who had a really big drinking problem.
Right.
And
Shoot.
I was like, let's get out of here. Let's get the kids out of here.
Well,
let's go check out the Hannibal, Missouri
Let me continue
spots.
on from that. Is that okay?
Yes.
So yes, we did. We had a friend at the time had a drinking problem. Now he doesn't.
He's great.
He's great.
Yeah.
But we'd stay with him when we'd be in Chicago, and it was always kind of it would go off the rails. He would sort of go a little too far. So so we were like, we should go away for. We were in between shows in Chicago. So we were like, hey, we should go check out this town, Hannibal, Missouri. So we started looking at homes for sale. I found her this really cool home that was like $12,000. So we were like, oh, let's go check that out. I can't believe homes
Zillow.
on Zillow. I can't believe homes are that much.
We did. We set up an appointment to come look at the house that an artist was selling.
So we came to Hannibal.
We were early.
We came to Hannibal. Looked at the house that was $12,000. I was like,
Looked
wow.
at the exterior.
Yeah, the exterior. I was like, wow, that house looks nice. I started to get out of the car to go look at it.
No, it looked like shit.
Oh, okay. Well, I got out of the car to go look at it, and the guy mowing the lawn, the next door neighbor, he was mowing his lawn, and he had his shirt off, and he had a big tattoo across his chest that said "White Power."
Mm-hmm. And we knew we would get.
And I was like, oh, nope, I'm not buying that house, and got in the van.
You're brown, and I got this.
Yeah, got in the car and drove up the street some. And then went to go see this house that our friend Michael Cole told us about, and it was this beautiful home. We looked at it and I was like, oh my god! He had a key. We got to go in, and I was just like, let's do it. Let's go for it.
Price was right.
Yeah, it was $35,000. I'm like,
just lay it all out there.
Yeah. How can we not buy this? How can we not buy that? It's the price of a car.
I know.
And it's a huge, massive,
You're so much more
home.
bold than I was like, oh my god, no.
Yeah.
How
I mean, because it was.
I knew we had to buy in Missouri. I knew that because it's so central in the country. But you were just like,
let's do it.
Perfect. Let's go.
It's an old Victorian home built in 1883. It was nothing. It was torn. Like it was an old home.
I think it's technically an Italianate.
Oh yeah, Italianate. What did I say? Victorian?
Mm-hmm.
I meant Italianate. 1800s home that was rotted, but there was enough work done to it that I knew we could make it into our own. And so I called the guy that was selling it right then when we saw it, and I said, "Hey,
another artist."
Yeah, another artist that was living in it, and I said, "Hey, I have a couple of big shows coming up. I would like to buy this from you. Would you sell it to me? I'll pay you half right now." And then
we made payments.
We made some payments over the next year.
Couple years.
And he said, "Yes, I'd love another artist to move in." So we bought it. We were kind of, it took a lot of work to work on this house. Oh man, I was trying to do the quick version of this. I heard about the neighbor who lived behind us, and he was. This was after we bought this house. So when we were kind of living out of this house between that and Salt Lake City, there was a house next door that was kind of like this rundown crack house, and the problems were happening in it all the time. So I heard from our neighbor. I heard about our neighbor that lived behind us, him and his wife. I see them around. They're a young couple, kind of like a.
I met her at Java Jive, the local coffee shop.
Yeah, young, cool kind of people that we didn't know them. So anyway, this house next door, our neighbor owned it. I met the neighbor. We were hanging out.
He just bought it.
He had just bought this. We were hanging out, and I asked him, "What do you want to do at that place?" And he said, "We were just going to tear it down." And I said, "Would you sell it to me?" And he said, "Sure." And I said, "How much?" And he said, $5,000. That was it. And I was like, and I said, "Yes, I'll take it. $5,000 bucks?" He said, "Yes." said, boom, let's sign this contract. Give me a contract, something. And I bought it. And that's this gallery that we're in. That's right next door to our house.
It's not, luckily, it's not a big, gigantic house. It was the first pre-Civil War wooden home still standing.
It's the oldest Civil War
in Hannibal.
The oldest wooden structure in Hannibal, 1851. Pre-Civil War. I don't even know
when the Civil War was.
And so, yeah, I bought it from him just to get the property, and then I knew we were gonna turn it into a shop or something, but then the pandemic hit. This is the quick version. It's not. It's already been 40 minutes. But the pandemic.
We were working on it here and there. And then once the pandemic hit, it was like, okay, look, we got nothing better to do.
But it was a rotted out place, so I paid this crew of guys. They're pretty awesome guys. I had them just gut everything out, tore everything out, and then it was like a brand new canvas. And then some things happened. Then the pandemic hit, and I was like, let's just go to Hannibal and build that, fix that. So we tore down most of it and built this whole gallery. And I want you people to come and see it in person. It doesn't matter how many times I tell you we built it, me and Adrienne. With it, and every once in a while I'd have a friend come do some labor stuff. But me
Bobby.
And Adrienne.
Shout out.
Yeah, my friend Bobby.
And Michael, who brought us here.
Yeah. Had them just do a couple of, help Michael. Michael helped me tear down this building. Bobby was my hod tender when I was laying some block over here to build the garage area. We built this whole thing. Built it from scratch.
Yeah, we only left the exterior walls. The original walls were 1x1 framed in. Is that correct?
Yeah, 1x.
And so we left the exterior, rebuilt with 1x, what do they call it? 2x4s?
There were no 2x4s in this house.
We built 2x4s in.
Yeah, I reframed the interior to make it stronger.
Basically, we left the skeleton of the exterior. What do you call that? What did I do to the exterior?
Scraped off the exterior.
I scraped off all of the exterior, painted it. We just redid it.
It's one of those things I'm so proud of that I can't, even when people come and see it, I can't even express to you what just me and you did.
No one would know. In 2020,
I can't even show you. I can show you pictures.
Was on lockdown.
I'm currently showing you pictures right now, and it still won't show you what we did here. But I'm asking you people, come stay at our Airbnb, come visit the gallery, come out to Hannibal. It's a cool little town. And then so I was trying to do the quick version because I just wanted to lead that into. I just sent a print of that new drawing that I did of Rancor and Mickey. He was tearing Mickey Mouse apart. Chesky texted me and he was like, I love that new picture you did. And so I just sent him a print yesterday or today, the one that the mailman didn't pick up. And I said, when Chesky messaged me, he said, hey, I love that piece. And I responded and I was like, oh man, cool. Give me your address. I'll just send it to you. I'll send you a print of it.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, how about really? That's awesome. Me and my bandmates will love that. And so it got me to think it because Chesky's currently living in Las Vegas right now. And when he said with his bandmates, I think it's him living with the co-defendants. And I thought, oh, that's cool. So they're maybe living out there just kind of like as a band. So one of the other things that we I had to buy it out. There's another building behind our gallery.
Oh yeah, the cat house.
That we call the cat house. The lady that lived in there, she had died. And the guy that owned it, he kind of wasn't living around here. He just owned the house. He was kind of a slumlord. And I told him anytime any of these properties were going to come up for sale, just call me. I'll buy them.
Kind of the slumlord.
Yeah. So behind the gallery where we put the Airbnb, next to it, there was this old rotted out garage. And I just wanted that space. I wanted a garage. There's so many stories here that I'm going to skip over. But
yes.
Yeah, like our car getting hit by a drunk driver.
Just
anyway,
save it for another day.
So, but that garage, I wanted that garage, and that garage was part of the property of this house that's kitty corner to the gallery. That guy was leaving. He contacted me, and I said, yes, sell it to me. He was like, how about $30,000? I said, no, thank you. How about? I said, how about $15,000? And we kept going, and then he was like, how about 17,000? So I bought.
And I made sure he cleared the shit out of that house.
17,000, and he had to take everything out of the house. So we bought this kitty corner to this house, the 17,000. Here's how this relates to that thing about Chesky. So we bought that house. It's rotted out. Not rot that bad. It's in shape. It needs a ton of work. But I've been having this idea. What I want to do with it is I want to turn it into a recording studio at Airbnb. So it's an Airbnb where you can go and stay, and you can bring your bandmates, and you can stay there and record an album in there. And right now we're doing nothing with it. We're probably 5 years out from it. But I thought it would be great. And then Chesky saying my bandmates will love that got me into that more in that mode again. Like, I think it's a great idea. Hannibal is a weird enough town. If you were anyone wanting to record an album, come stay at this Airbnb, and you have an in-house recording studio and a place to stay, and you're in a weird town.
The thing is, there's enough to do and not enough to do.
Yeah.
There's enough to do where you can
there's restaurants,
get out
bars,
a little
yes.
bit, and there's not enough to do where you have to force your focus onto whatever you're focused on.
It would be a great place to record an album.
Friday night, we're drinking many Chevets, going out to terrorize Goyam.
Well, I know the time is up, but there's a couple things I gotta just do. Oi, oi, oi! Here we go again.
I know you're talking about Chesky and his new band. So.
Yeah. So I was talking about that I posted a picture of posted a video of the gallery.
With a bruise. Okay.
I want to have a gallery show this in March. Like,
we can't.
No.
It's like a month away.
No. Because it looks great in there. All my stuff. Not a huge thing where we just have a little show, a little Friday night show. Because March, we have most of March off. Just a little small show. I want people to come out. Like, just a little... It looks good in there. We hung up a bunch of new work. No one's seen it. And not like a big, huge show. We'll just have a little gallery show. A little showing. Okay? I thought that would be a cool idea in March since we don't have anything going on. And then on February 25th, we're going down to Paint Lewis.
They're Laborious.
And it's a fundraiser for Skate Laborious. There are a bunch of artists are selling their artwork. It's a silent auction. And we're going to go finally get to meet the guys from Skate Laborious since we had them on the show. And we're just right down the way. I love everything about Skate Laborious. We're still running those Skate Laborious ads on episodes because I'm asking you, please go give money if you can. Any money helps to Skate Laborious. I really want to see that happen for people in St. Louis.
Weird, off the topic, but similar thing is Quincy, which is right across the river, 20 miles north of us, our nearest, biggest city, is doing an indoor mountain bike park.
Oh, wow.
So that's a cool thing too.
That is awesome.
I consider that happening for us. So that's kind of cool.
Things are cool in Hannibal, Missouri, and in
not
St.
in
Louis.
a church, but
But so that means come out here to Hannibal. We're check our schedule. Come out to Hannibal. Stay with us. Anyone, you'll enjoy yourself. We'll make it a good time. On that fundraiser thing, I want to reach out. We should reach out to Brian from Terror Tacos. Tell him we're going to come out and get the best vegan tacos in St. Louis. If you're in St. Louis, go to Terror Tacos.
My mouth is watering.
I should reach out to him and see if he has a commercial or something that we can just run.
No. We actually I have to reach out to him because you owe him work.
No, I know.
That goes into that thing.
Yeah, into his restaurant.
Yes.
Terror Tacos in St. Louis is so dope. You don't even have to be vegan if
you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
You just wouldn't even know.
But the reason you say that is because people are vegan, and you can go get the greatest meal. It's vegan. But if you're not vegan, you would eat it and you wouldn't even know. It's so great. So we got to reach out to Brian and see if he wants to go hang with us.
It's got a nice horror theme.
It's called Terror. It's Terror Tacos.
Yeah.
Everything's based on horror movies and stuff. It's so brilliant. Brian's a great guy. I own one of his original pieces. I traded my piece of the deer head with the heart. I traded with him with his witch. It's such a great piece that he did.
Isn't that a song from
I don't know.
Hendrix,
I'm trying to get us out of here, babe. Yes. Witchy lady. I can't play that, so we shouldn't do it.
Is that?
Yes.
A witchy lady.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's before we get out of here, we had spoke with Cass Wan. You know, he's got strange fame
Dibbs.
connection.
I mean,
we
Sage.
did that. We've got a partnership now with Strange Famous Records, and look, it's the whole thing about it is it's just awesome because they're a great record label. Sage Francis is a really awesome person, and I want to just continue to share their music and their record label with everyone else. And I don't know what they get out of it. No. What am I trying to say here? It's not like it's this whole huge deal. It's just it's Strange Famous Records, Sage Francis, art by Tai Adrienne, and DOD45, who have a similar. Do you know what I'm trying to say there, Adrienne?
I don't know. I think that Sage is a nice, wonderful human who, for some reason or another, connects with us on the humanity level of the fact that you're just drawing and I'm just some person. And he likes that we're just individual people, not really trying to promote ourselves, maybe. And that he likes that about us. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Who
I'm
knows?
just reading between the lines. But that he wants us to go farther. I don't know why. But he wants to make sure that we see things through and go farther and take it a little bit farther.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe he does like that. He can see that we have. I mean, he can see that we have always
people, not like
it's
with
not
agendas and
none. Because I see a lot of people always promoting themselves and stuff. I promote my artwork, not promote it, but I share my artwork on my social medias because
people we have bills to pay.
Well, not only that, but people want to see the artwork. I don't do anything. I really don't do anything else on there. I just share my artwork.
Yeah.
I'm not always trying to sell you on a product and anything. I know people like to see the artwork, so that's what I try to share. I would never ask you to.
But he's a sweet person, Sage Francis, and he's humble and he's real and he's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just supportive.
Well, okay, so I'm not going to do an Oprah thing, but I do want to say there are two people who are awesome and have been awesome to our show, and that's Sage Francis and Mr. Dibbs, and both of them are now three people: Sage Francis, Mr. Dibbs, and AWOL1. Right. All three of them have been awesome to our show. Are awesome people that I can that I actually talk to now and have been supportive, and I'll always support anything they're doing, and I'll do anything that they ask of me. And I appreciate them. Brett Fullerton's one of those as well. He did post something. He tagged me in one of his posts that in one of his appreciation posts. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna message him and see if I got over. Him. Yeah, he's awesome.
We met him in person for a couple of years.
He comes and sees us in Ann Arbor every year. He already asked me if we were going to be in Ann Arbor.
He's a sweetheart.
Anyway, those are four dope fucking individuals. Everyone that's been on our show are awesome, but those four individuals. Wow, man, there's a lot more. I can't just
rise above.
Well, no, but because there are other people. Yeah, because Castellan's one. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Let's see what Sage Francis sent us in a message. Let's hear what his question was to us.
Sage Francis here, representing Strange Famous Records. Peace to Tai and Adrienne, DOD45 forever. Congrats, 4 seasons. How do you do it? I don't even know. You got a lot going on. You could do more. I don't know why you're so adamant about staying off of Twitter, because I found it to be one of the most useful social medias that I use. And how to connect to people, how to get collaborations going. So if you need help from me on that front, let me know. Unless you got like this Elon Musk hair across your ass, or like there's something else I don't know. Mm-hmm. But we can grow this, man. We can grow this. Season 5, Francis Ford Coppola, Sage Francis, going at it. Let's have that talk. Good luck. Talk to me. Strange famous.
Breaking down the third wall. We recorded this. We did a recording, but we had some technical errors a few days ago. So we do know that we had heard what Sage had mentioned there, and it's funny. I opened a Twitter account for DOD45.
You did?
I did.
What?
Because Sage is right. It is a place where everybody's at, and it's not a personal page. It's DOD45's page. And what's the idea of this?
Time for me to get more wine then.
What's the idea of this of DOD45? Well, I don't know what for you.
No.
Yeah, okay. But for me, it is. These are people these people that we have discussions with.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, they have inspired my artwork. Their music, the things that they've accomplished in their careers, have inspired. Have been a major inspiration. And I'm not just saying like, oh yeah, that's neat. Are a major inspiration to what I create, and I have a really what I'm saying is we've made a really good living out of this, a really good one. We have
out of your work,
Okay.
not this podcast.
No. I'm sorry. Yeah, out of my artwork, we have built a very comfortable life, and have accomplished things that I when I was growing up, people would have,
We're both surprised at the path that we took.
Artwork.
Really, like you really never left Murray, Utah.
No, but artwork was always going to be what I always wanted to do.
It was film. I mean, you can say that's art, but it was a different type of art then.
Well, yeah, no. What I'm saying is, you're saying
music.
We're surprised. I'm just happy that this is what's paid our bills quite substantially.
Mm-hmm.
And so the show, what came from that is these people made music that I've always mentioned it. You always known it. I need music to create artwork. It's just music is something. It's part of not just my life, your life. Music is always playing. It moves us.
It's in our house. It's in our veins.
It's in everything. And these people that we're having on the show, a pretty big significant amount of them are people's music that I was listening to while I was creating this, while I was building a career with my artwork.
Or you, or we.
Yeah. No, but even when we were
because you're in a different spot than I am.
Sure.
Let's face it. Like,
but
we moved you out of the house long ago.
But I'm saying when we were doing the pop art stuff, when just the name and the company and making a living as artists became a big thing, we were painting these people that we loved. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad about that now when I look back on it. Like, we were selling images of them. It was never that either. It was always that all I was doing there was just like, I love your guys' music, or I love your movies. I love those things that I was making.
Hey, that's funny.
What?
Synchronicity? Is that the right word?
Sure, it's close, yeah.
But how many years ago this month that you gifted me a gift of Erykah Badu, Miles Davis, and who?
Billie Holiday.
And then you turned around and sold it on my birthday, which is like 4 days later.
That's
2
funny.
days from
and the reason
you're
saying that is because that was the beginning.
That was the beginning of
career artistry.
Weird Chief stencil art, kind of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it was. Yeah. The quick story.
That would have been
that's what you just told there.
16, 17, 18 years ago.
18 years ago, was it? I did a painting.
I think so, because I wasn't quite pregnant. Nolly's 16. She's about to be 17.
It was about 18 years ago. 2 years into our marriage.
Yeah.
I was about to go tie rebar with a friend. That was my job because I wasn't doing the TV show anymore, or I wasn't even doing the TV show yet.
So when I say I own one original art by Tai hanging in our house that somehow didn't sell, that is my favorite piece, it's because you sold out.
The first painting I did for you,
I sold
I sold
out everything.
No, always to pay the bills. Well, I can make you a painting. You won't want any. Well, anyway, yeah, that's a cool story. That is, That is interesting. Yeah, that
and
was 18 years ago.
it's like to the day almost.
It is. That was
this airs and as this is actual.
That was a painting I did for you for
recording
for
Valentine's and my
Day.
birthday.
And then I sold it on eBay.
Yeah.
And then the careers took off.
I stopped cocktail waitressing at the strip club. Mm-hmm. And I started helping you
paint pictures of these artists that we love.
Yeah.
So full circle, that is what this show is a celebration
now
of these people.
Now we're in Missouri.
And now we have a home in Missouri. It's all this show is about celebrating people who have who are successful in their craft. I like that. I like that a lot.
There's a couple things that we didn't get to. There's a 350-pound penguin.
Oh, so these things that we can actually do as intros in other episodes. What do you think? Because that's what I'm saving a few of mine as. Or I don't want to cut you off if you want to get it in there.
New Zealand police found 3 tons of cocaine floating.
Oh, save these. Those we can go in heavy. Do you think you can hold on to those?
There's now an unidentified aircraft.
I know those are funny. I've been watching. You watch some of the talk shows.
Crafts or aircrafts?
Yeah, unidentified objects in the sky.
And UFOs.
It's funny how easily everyone now, even in the news, they're just like they're not ruling out aliens. And what's funny about that is 10 years ago you would have heard that and you'd be like, "What the fuck?" But now with all that Trumpism, all that crazy shit that happened. Now it's like, oh, okay. Aliens too? Okay. That makes sense.
The one thing that, maybe I should say this for another date, but wars and battles used to be fought on the front lines. You know, I've been reading what do you call that show that you watch that I started reading? Uhtred of Beddenberg. Mm-hmm.
Viking?
Yeah, they fought with the shield walls in the front of the battles, and now these people who are fighting these wars are sitting behind a conference room desk, and it really bothers me. Like, and then we're fighting with drones, we're fighting with whatever, microwaves.
I wish we just didn't fight at all.
Well,
that's a hippie approach, I guess.
War is economy.
You know what, though? Even back then, the kings went out on the battlefield.
They did. And the king's sons and the king's bastard sons. Yeah, everybody went out. And so I just don't like the war. I don't like war anymore. Today's war. And I don't like the drone that I found outside my daughter's window.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you keep saying outside her window, but it just happened to be proximity. Like, it's not like it was outside her window and someone was peeping.
But I will say, I have been installing and did install in her room a year ago the reflective mirror film to help with heat with our home because there are these old windows and single panes.
Let's get out of here.
Stuff. So I have been installing those in the house, and I did it in our bathroom today, and I did it yesterday in my office with what I had left. But I just feel like maybe that made that drone get confused and crash because it was in her she is southwest facing, and I think that maybe that made her that drone crash because of my mirror.
Well, let's get into that drone
film.
And let's break it open like the government is doing to those
I threw
balloons.
it away.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't
like drones.
I know you've never been a fan of drones. No one really is. Oh well, some people are. They're neat. I could never fly one. All right, listen. How do we keep all them people? How do we get them to go all the way through this episode? Because the idea is to get them to listen, to hear everything we're talking about.
We're so not personalities, and we're not very interesting. So I don't know how they sat through.
Right, but we're giving away some prizes.
Well, you should have had that figured out by now.
Okay, then it is figured out. And here's the drawing. Congratulations.
And burned down.
Congratulations to
Smurf, Betty Boop.
I forgot to write down the guy's name.
And,
I'll go back and look at it. I'll go back and look. But this is your drawing. It was your idea was he posted giraffe in a astronaut helmet or an astronaut riding a giraffe in outer space. And I don't know, when I read it, I just thought, I don't know, for some reason the astronaut helmet on a giraffe, I don't know, it just came in my head. So some other people someone said something about a Smurf, someone said something about Betty Boop because it was near Valentine's Day, but those kind of were like these guys just kind of made an appearance, but the piece was really based on this guy. So I'm going to send this original drawing to them. Congratulations to anyone that's won on this episode. We haven't quite figured out how we're giving away those. I know all those things we're giving away. I just don't know how you're getting them.
News to me.
I know. But we really enjoy you watching our show and listening to the show. DOD45 is now on Twitter, thanks to Sage after his comment today on the episode. That's at DOD45. It's at DOD45 Show. It's show now because everyone has a podcast, and I don't like the word podcast. For some reason, I get turned off by it. We're not really a podcast. We're a show. So for everyone out there, you can call it the DOD45 Show.
Are you an artist?
You know, Adrienne's bringing that up because I hated when people called me an artist because I don't consider myself an artist. I hate titles of shit. It's pompous. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't want a title. Like I like the word engineer. I put together drawings. Mm-hmm. I do understand that I am an artist. I have always been an artist. People consider me an artist. But I don't like those terms. They sound pompous to me. Anyway, that's why she said that. So yes, we're not a podcast. We're a show. But yes, obviously we are a podcast. It podcasts. But I'm gonna call it. I call it a show. So anyone else out there, if you want to call it anything, it's the show. DOD45 Show. The show. So it is on Twitter. We're at DOD45 Show. On Instagram, it's DOD45W. On Facebook, it's DOD45. No one's following us on Facebook there. They're all fighting over shit over on the Art by Tai Facebook. DOD45.com is where you can see upcoming guests and anything like that. At Art by Tai on all the social medias, artbytai.com. Go leave comments on our show.
And if you want to help us pay our bills,
no, I don't like that.
Order a print.
Well, yeah, I don't like it like that.
Why?
Order our prints if you like the artwork that I make. Don't do it because you want to pay our bills. I don't know. There's someone doing something right now that I wasn't going to bring up on the show, and I just don't like it. I'll tell you off the air. I don't know. It's not your responsibility to pay my bills.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It does.
If you like what you're watching and you're entertained, then go buy a print. If you like the art, go buy a print.
Yeah, just that.
You might pay our electric bill.
Doesn't matter. If you like the artwork, buy the artwork. It does cost me money to make a print of it and give it and present it to you. When you order a print from Art by Tai, it doesn't just show up crumbled up. It shows up in a flat envelope, in a sealed case, in a archival sleeve, recycled archival backboards.
That our mailman probably didn't pick it up, and I walked over to the post office.
The idea is people do collect my artwork. Well, people do collect Art by Tai. They do. They love it. Okay, we're out of here. Loved talking with you, Adrienne.
Yeah, I'm sure. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day. Sorry we booked a show on
February
Valentine's.
22nd.
Adrienne's birthday is coming up in 5 days?
No, it would be
She's turning 30.
Minus 3 days.
How lucky am I?
Minus 3 days.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of whatever you do. If we never see you again, have a great life. If we see you again, have a great week until the next episode.
Okay, goodbye.
And we love you. Hey, wait. Real quick. I know it's a far ways out.
Okay, I'm listening.
June 17th is the Strange Fame Fest. It's not called Strange Fame Fest.
Yes.
But it's a festival of strange famous artists.
It's on June. Festival of Strange.
Festival of Strange in Denver, Colorado. start booking your rooms now. Start figuring out how you can. It's a free show, but they are going to have some VIP tickets. So
listen, I will say that I booked downtown Colorado. I plan to take an Uber to and from the show. Just FYI.
And hopefully we'll be able to do some sort of podcast, like not podcast, some sort of show at the show, the DOD45, where we can maybe talk to a lot of some of the guests. We're trying to figure that out still. But Strange Fame, God, they need to give me a name now. But we're gonna be there in person. We're gonna go. It's not about us. I'm just saying we're going. So figure out how you're going to get to Denver June 17th, because a bunch of the Strange Famous artists are going to be performing there. It's a free show, and holy shit, it's going to be great.
And
all right.
Congratulations to
Kaylin. Was that who you were going to say?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Kaylin was that who you were going to say?
Yeah. Wheelchair
Sports Camp. She just got married. Yeah. And I am supposed to reach out to her to try to get set up. She said she's interested in being a guest on the show. I just haven't reached out. Anyway, yeah, congratulations to her.
She just got married, so
the day before Valentine's Day. Yeah, awesome. All right, everybody. Okay, that's it. DOD45 Show. Peace.
DOD45.
Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of DOD45. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts to help other interesting people like yourself find our podcast. You can find me at Art by Tai on all the socials or at artbytai.com. If you'd like to follow this podcast on social media, we are at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website, DOD45.com, where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Thanks for joining us. Peace.